this was going to bring me some heat. And I don't care. Okay, the battle between Yuma versus Special Ops Units Number A. And snipers were going to be taken down by his by his chaperone. And the other two dudes, after they showed him that neat little bullet hardening trick, oh, he used that shit right back at him. Now, I'm going to use this time to talk about the characters rather than talk about what happened in the episode, because only about 3 things happened in this episode, okay? The fight ended. What's the name flew off. They talked to, they fought. Their leader flew off. The leader of the Special A's flew off. We found out about his past and the members, and then they reported it to their higher-ups, and we finally know what the fuck a black trigger is. Now, getting into the fight was over rather quickly as soon as they showed that trick off to Yuma, which that shit was ended rather quickly. And you will hear, and I've heard some people say that why didn't they just necessarily just cut their Triton bodies off and then cut them right back on? Because, you know, they can't move. And I'm like, you do realize that if they cut those bodies off and roll, they couldn't necessarily die just like that, because those attacks are faster than what they can react to in their normal bodies. So it would rather be kind of dumb to turn off that body and then turn the other one right back on. You know. Also, they do have access to Mega Man beams. There's also that. However, this does lead me to what I was talking to about Deshaun Smith over at Deshaun R. Smith Show, because I'm pretty sure that he did make a video bashing me about what I did tell him, and he usually does this thing where if I tell him something, or at least I kind of voice a concern about something, he usually goes on the assuming route and thinks that I just dislike the character. Actually, I don't dislike their leader. I just kind of found him a little bit too much. He's too much of that. He's too much of the non-talker, the one who just wants to get business done, and anger and hate and murder, you know, shit like that. And I think he's just a little bit too much of that. And the seeing is that the only insight that we do get upon his character is that the only reason why he wants to kill neighbors is because his sister was killed by one of the neighbors, and that's his reason for hating them all. And I can accept that. However, what I cannot accept is the fact of, I get that you hate them all. You hate the machines. I can understand if you hate the machines, because those are the forefront of all these things that are fucking doing this shit and trying to murder everybody and do all this other shit. However, if this is the very first human version of this thing that you have seen, and he's trying to talk to you and trying to reach a calm understanding, that's rather extreme to just say, kill them all because I say so, because I don't like them, because they killed my sister. I mean, I'm getting a lot of Avatar The Legend of Korra Season 1 flashbacks here, where Asami's mother says that a firebender killed her mother, and he hates all benders now. Like, I've always had problems with this kind of theology, because I can take this theology and break it just like that, because if you say that my friend, or at least somebody in my family, my wife was killed, or at least her husband was killed by this officer that has a gun, or at least just this random dude or random person that has a gun, or, you know, randomly, you know, fell and got hit by this random person's car. You know, you hate all people who drive cars now. That's kind of the weird theology that I kind of think up when I see shit like that, because usually when I hear something like that, my brain automatically goes to, what? Why the fuck would you hate them all and not the machines that killed them? You know, shit like that. You know, I mean, like, I'm not saying that it's wrong or it's bad, or that I dislike, or that I dislike the character, my brain just goes there at times. Now, I'm not saying that is wrong. I kind of have to say that a fucking lot, because if I don't, somebody will jump on the fucking comment section, or they will call my phone or get me on Facebook and say, yo, dude, you wrong, because, and I'm not trying to hear that shit. So, nothing's wrong with this character. Nothing's wrong with that plot point. However, I do think up parallels, because if a guy had a gun or somebody got hit by a car, do you now hate every single person who drives a car? Do you now hate every single person who owns a gun? Some people will say yes. Some people will say no. Or pretty much, let's say like this. Well, these tragic things, they do tend to happen. But you know, like your sister put the gum in your hair, and now you've been bald all you had to spend that whole bald day at school, and everybody just made fun of the shape of your head and shit, and now you hate bubblegum. Like, there is goofy shit like that. But going on to the actual problem that I had about this episode, which really that was a minor thing that Deshaun pretty much blew the fuck out of proportion. I had to spend 4 minutes talking about it. But the real problem that I had was with their leader, of them explaining all these good ass reasons why they should not kill Yuma and do all this other shit. The boss just says, all right, kill him, take a shit. We're gonna be the ones to use it. You don't know what kind of black sugar he has. We've already established that these fucking things have to be compatible with the person who fucking uses it. And honestly, there are not a lot of people there who do have the same type of personality as fucking Yuma. So really, people using that goddamn thing really is fucking slim already. And it kind of really doesn't make all that much sense to kill a 15-year-old kid just because he has a trigger. So that's kind of fucking stupid. And they're trying to get Jin to do it. Now, a lot of people will necessarily assume, or at least myself included, that Jin will try and talk his way around this, or he will say no. But at the same time, or they'll try and talk them out of it. But at the same time, you can always kind of throw in that possibility that Jin will say yes and purposely fail, making it look like he killed Yuma, and everybody goes on Happy Gilmore. So there is that. So what do you guys think about this? Please tell me down there in the comment section. I'll catch you guys on the next John Graves Show. Please leave a positive or a negative comment down there in the comment section. I'll catch you guys on the next John Graves Show. So please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.